Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Storyteller's Corner. I'm your host, Joshua T. Calkins Trilogy, also known as Byron Assidious. Regarding the whole payments processors standing in as censorious pricks issue we're staring down the barrel of with Visa and MasterCard, it's picking up ever more steam, ever more strength, it would seem, as they go after more and more platforms and developers and publishers and retailers. The timing of this, in conjunction with maneuvers from various governments like the UK's, Online Safety Act, the proposed Screen Act by Senator Mike Lee out of Utah. He sponsored that bill back in February. So this has been potentially coming over the hill for quite some time. Or the Kids Online Safety Act, which was sponsored by Senator Marsha Blackburn out of Maine. Now, wait a minute, Josh, those are conservative or Republican senators. Yes, they are. Further proof that we are dealing not with a one-sided socio-political drive or push here, but that we are dealing with endeavors at censorship from a uniparty or unilateral control attempt. It's strange that a lot of folks are pointing out that, hey, Anita Sarkeesian has jumped into the fray to defend porn games with her whole, sex work is real work and all that nonsense. Look, this doesn't make her a hero. This doesn't mean that we should accept her back into the common public conversation regarding this whole nonsense. She was more than happy to try and demonize and flagellate and denigrate anybody and everybody who sociopolitically disagreed with her in the past. She would be more than happy to have any game, movie, television show, comic book, or print book absolutely destroyed or unshelved or delisted or made unmarketable or unsellable if it went against her specific worldview sociopolitically. Let's not mince words. She is not on your side. She's on her own side. The only reason that she's thrown her hat into the ring is because now the folks who make products that she is personally in support of, now they're getting targeted. The folks over at Fandom Pulse, who I've growled about before, have been curiously silent on this as well, because they seem to be perfectly fine with the games that they have previously said were, quote, spiritually caustic. Sorry, that's Razor Fist's line. These moralizing busybodies, they're not just from the left like Sarkeesian. They're also on the right. They are the uniparty of we demand control. And they're now coming for the genre of horror, which has forever been sort of the redheaded stepchild of genre fiction. No one gives a toss about the folks who enjoy the creepy, the weird, the bizarre, the strange, the absurd, because Cthulhu and his buddies and the Elder Gods are creepy and weird, and it's pagan, it's unholy, it's unnatural. It's perfectly fine if that gets booted out the door too, according to these self-righteous pricks. Well, I'm sorry, but eventually the lens of this focus is going to come swinging on what you enjoy. And that's what Sarkeesian is now facing and finding out. She does not want to stand shoulder to shoulder to fight against censorship with us in the same ideal. She will only fight side by side or shoulder to shoulder with you until such time as the larger threat is vanquished, and then she will pivot that knife around and stick it in your kidney. Bet on it. She's not concerned for you. She's only concerned for herself and her warpath. That's it. She will not be an ally to you. She will attempt or endeavor to slip into your good graces and say, hey, we had our disagreements before, but now I'm on your side. No, she very well fucking isn't. She's only got her own self-interests at heart. And this whole stepping into the arena to, quote, fight back against censorship from her angle, it's just an attempt to put herself back in the limelight again. Look for the crowdfunder, or crowdfunding effort to come along shortly. I'm certain that she's going to try and line her pockets off of all of this. Because she is still the same kind of duplicitous, two-faced, hypocritical nonsense purveyor that she always was. That hasn't changed a whit. I guarantee it. As for the folks like John F. Trent and John De La Rose and the other self-aggrandizing moralizers on the socio-political right, the folks at Fandom Pulse, razor-faced Melanie Mack, I know, we all know what you did not too long ago. You fucked up. You showed your hand because you were chasing the current trend. And the current trend right now online is to push back against the censorship, which, yeah, I agree with. And you know what? I agreed with it before, when it was coming at us from the self-righteous left. And I pointed out how much nonsense it was that back in the 80s and 90s, we had this shit coming from the right-wing moral majority under the Reaganites. Have some fucking consistency or piss off.